Hello my friends, it's me here, and today we are going to look at a historical event that no one has yet solved. But first, a word from today's video sponsor. Brilliant is an interactive online learning platform with thousands of lessons in math, science, and engineering. And they offer specialized courses like their new course on large language models that covers the math behind the hype. We'll explore concepts like probability distributions, decision-making under uncertainty, and how neural networks use probabilities to make predictions. Brilliant breaks down complex topics into bite-sized interactive lessons, so anyone can learn something new and build their STEM skills. And when you finish this course or any other Brilliant course, you'll gain a deeper understanding of the world around us and how things work. So go to Brilliant.org/real-engineering or click the link in the description below to sign up for free. That's Brilliant.org/real-engineering. Thank you very much. Now let's get back to our video. During World War II, Alan Turing and his team at Britain's top secret government code and cipher school cracked Enigma code, a breakthrough that not only shortened the war, but also laid the foundation for modern computers. Enigma was a machine used by the Germans to encrypt and send secret messages. Its seemingly unbreakable encryption baffled the Allies, until Turing and his team developed a way to decode it. By uncovering German military secrets, the Allies gained a crucial edge, shortening the war and potentially saving countless lives. But there's a twist. Historians debate whether breaking Enigma actually made that much of a difference. Some argue that even if the Allies hadn't deciphered Enigma, they would have won eventually. Others claim that breaking Enigma gave the Allies an indispensable advantage. So what's the truth? Did breaking Enigma really shorten the war? If you ask most people, they'll tell you that breaking the Enigma code was a pivotal moment in World War II, a testament to human ingenuity and a turning point in the war. But in reality, the story is far from simple. In this video, we will examine the evidence to determine whether breaking the Enigma code truly had the impact that we think it did. Now let's dive in. In the early days of World War II, the Germans were using a machine called Enigma to encrypt their communications. The Enigma machine was incredibly complex, capable of generating billions of possible encryption settings. This made it extremely difficult for the Allies to decode German messages, which was a major obstacle for the Allies trying to coordinate their efforts against the Germans. However, Alan Turing and his team of codebreakers at Bletchley Park were able to design and build a machine called the bomb that was able to test thousands of possible encryption settings at lightning speed. With the help of the bomb, the Allies were suddenly able to read German messages, which gave them a valuable intelligence advantage. It is estimated that by the end of the war, Enigma was sending about 4,000 messages every day, containing information about troop movements, shipping lanes, and other critical information. As a result, it is not surprising that the British were so eager to break the code. In fact, Winston Churchill even offered a reward of £10,000 for anyone who could help break the code. Breaking the Enigma code was a monumental task and required the efforts of thousands of people. The codebreakers at Bletchley Park worked around the clock to analyze intercepted messages and try to decipher them. They used everything from pencils and paper to massive computers to help them in their efforts. The impact of breaking the Enigma code cannot be overstated. It is estimated that the British could not have won the Battle of the Atlantic without it, and it is also believed that breaking the code saved countless lives. In fact, it is estimated that breaking Enigma may have shortened the war by 2 years. While Enigma was incredibly complex, it wasn't foolproof. It did have some flaws, such as the fact that its operators often made mistakes when setting the encryption keys. This allowed the codebreakers at Bletchley Park to start to develop a system to break the code. Turing was the first to realize that the Enigma machine could be turned against itself. He proposed the idea of using a machine to imitate the Enigma, which would allow the British to decrypt the encrypted messages. The problem was that building such a machine would be extremely difficult. After some time, though, Turing and his team were able to design and build the bomb, a massive machine that contained dozens of rotors and was capable of testing thousands of possible encryption settings per second. With the help of the bomba, the British were able to read many German messages, including those sent by U-boat commanders during the Battle of the Atlantic. The Battle of the Atlantic was the longest and largest naval battle of World War II. It was fought between the German U-boats and the convoys carrying supplies to Britain. The battle was extremely costly, with thousands of ships sunk and hundreds of lives lost. But thanks to the intelligence gained from Enigma, the British were able to disrupt German U-boat operations and protect their convoys. This helped to ensure that Britain would not be starved out, and it also helped to pave the way for the D-Day landings in 1944. Enigma was designed by the Germans as an encryption machine that could keep their military communications safe from interception and decryption. However, the British were able to exploit some of its weaknesses to gain an intelligence advantage. One of the main advantages that the British had was that they were able to intercept a large number of Enigma messages. This was partly due to the efforts of the Polish Ciphering Bureau before the war, which had already made significant progress in breaking the Enigma code. Additionally, the British were able to tap into German radio communications, providing them with a steady stream of messages to analyze. Once the British had intercepted an Enigma message, they would send it to Bletchley Park for analysis. There, Turing and his team would work around the clock to try to decipher the message. They had developed a number of techniques for breaking the Enigma code, such as looking for patterns in the encrypted text or using known plaintext to try to match with the encrypted text. One of the most important advantages that the British had in breaking the Enigma code was the use of the bomb machine. This massive machine was capable of testing thousands of possible encryption settings per second, allowing the British to quickly decrypt many Enigma messages. In addition to these technical advantages, the British also had a number of human assets that helped them in their efforts to break the Enigma code. For example, there were a number of double agents working in Germany who provided the British with false information that was helpful in breaking the code. Additionally, the British were able to recruit a number of German speakers who could help analyze intercepted messages. Despite these advantages, breaking the Enigma code was still a monumental task. It required the efforts of thousands of people, and it took many months to develop the techniques and machines necessary to decrypt the messages. When the Germans realized that their Enigma code had been broken, they tried to change the encryption settings more frequently, which made it more difficult for the British to keep up. However, the British were able to adapt, and they continued to gain intelligence from Enigma messages. Throughout the war, as the war came to an end, the British knew that they needed to keep the fact that they had broken the Enigma code a secret. If the Germans had known that their code had been broken, they would have taken steps to change the encryption algorithm, which would have made it much more difficult for the British to gain intelligence from their communications. To keep the code breaking a secret, the British destroyed the bomba machines and ordered the code breakers at Bletchley Park to destroy their work. Additionally, they created a cover story about how they had broken the code in order to protect the code breakers. While the British were successful in keeping the code breaking a secret during the war, it didn't stay hidden for long. After the war ended, the story of Bletchley Park and the breaking of Enigma began to emerge. Today, Bletchley Park is a museum that celebrates the work of the codebreakers who helped to win the war. Visitors can explore the huts where the code was broken, see the massive bomba machines, and learn about the people who worked there. Can you imagine a world without computers or the internet? Without Turing? That might have been our reality. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to leave a thumbs up. Also, consider subscribing to our channel where we explore the hidden histories that shaped our world. We have videos about espionage, secret weapons, and untold stories of bravery and ingenuity. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.